claims that in 1997, Diddy raped him. I know it.
The biggest secret in the entertainment industry that really wasn't a secret at all has finally been revealed.
Girl, you won't believe the bombshell the FBI just uncovered in Diddy's cell. We're talking hidden compartments, burner phones, and a stack of documents that'll leave you shook. Word on the street is, this isn't your typical celeb lockup. We've all thought Diddy was just lounging behind bars, but it turns out he might be orchestrating a massive operation from within. The drama is real, and we're about to expose it all. Are you ready for this?
Another developing story as Sean P. Diddy Combs, another lawsuit being filed against him, this coming after the federal indictment in the recent weeks as he faces a lawsuit of more than 100 people and allegations of sexual abuse and sexual assault. The Texas-based attorney Tony Busby making this announcement earlier.
Girl, the FBI just found something insane in Diddy's cell. It's like a scene from a spy movie. Picture this, Diddy looking all chill, nothing unusual. But the FBI started getting tips, so they dug deeper. They searched the walls, tapping around like they were on a mission. And then, boom, they found a hidden compartment. This wasn't some basic setup. This was high-tech, James Bond style. How did he pull it off? The streets are saying Diddy must have some serious inside connections. He had a whole secret space, and that's where the real secrets were hidden.
And victims are coming forward. Our team has had at this point more than 3,285 individuals contact us with people claiming to have been victimized by Sean Combs. We now represent 120 individuals who intend to bring civil claims in civil court against Sean Diddy Combs, as well as claims against many other individuals and entities that we will name as defendants as we file these individual cases. I expect that through this process, many powerful people will be exposed. Many dirty secrets will be revealed. We know what we are potentially.
I know you're dying to know what they found inside, and trust me, it's juicier than anything. The FBI's working overtime trying to figure it out, names, dates, secret deals, and all the dirty laundry you can imagine. And this might just be the tip of the iceberg. If Diddy could hide this in jail, what's he hiding on the outside? The whole industry's sweating, wondering if their name's next. Buckle up, because this is just the beginning, and the real tea is still spilling. Stay tuned.
Involved in these allegations, and what details can you share?
Hey there, Andy. Yeah, Houston attorney Tony Busby says 3,285 people have reached out to him claiming to be victims of Sean P. Diddy Combs. And he says after some vetting, he is now representing 120 of those people who will bring civil lawsuits against P. Diddy. That's 60 males and 60 females, including 25 children. And I will warn you, some of these accusations are pretty disturbing.
Our youngest victim at the time of the occurrence was 9 years old. Most of these events and incidents occurred at parties, although several of these events occurred at auditions. Some of this behavior occurred at private residences of people that we all know. You should know that more than 55% of the victims reported this conduct to either the authorities, that is the police, or to hospitals. Drugs were found in their system, weird drugs that you probably never heard of. One in particular that continues to pop up is a drug called xylazine, or trank, which, based on our research, is known as a horse tranquilizer.
Tony, were all of the children auditioning because they were musicians?
All seeking either TV or some sort of music career with promises of, we're going to make you a star. Instead, basically did things to them such that they don't want to have anything to do with the entertainment industry ever again. But this individual, who was 9 years old at the time, was taken to an audition in New York City with Bad Boy Records. This individual was sexually abused, allegedly, by Sean Combs and several other people at the studio in the promise to both his parents and to him himself of getting a record deal. Another instance, another minor, told, allegedly by Sean Combs, that he would make him a star, but he needed a visit with him in private about it. Allegedly, Mr. Combs made the victim perform oral sex upon him.
It was not your fault. You were victimized by a group of powerful people that operated for 30 plus years.
The day will come when we will name names other than Sean Combs.
Now, according to Busby, several of the 120 people that he's representing have now spoken with the FBI. They are from 25 different states. Most are from California and New York, which is where Busby says these alleged attacks occurred. He also says that most of the victims tell him that they were given some sort of a drink, and it turns out that drink was drugged. They say they woke up with severe damage to certain private areas of their bodies, and they couldn't remember anything. But of course, Andy, Sean P. Diddy Combs is maintaining he did not sexually abuse anyone.
All right, some disturbing details, like you mentioned, a 9-year-old potentially involved in this dating back to 1991. Dominique, I do have to ask you, were there any victims there? Did they speak out at this press conference at all?
You know, actually, there were not any victims there, and I probably should have pointed that out. There were several people standing there with the attorney, Tony Busby, and they were victims advocates, and they were also, you know, some were attorneys, but there were not any victims there at the news conference.
All right, still very emotional, traumatic events, and these allegations very, very serious. Dominique, thank you so much for your time and your great reporting here on Live Now from Fox. All right, thank you so much. All right, let's continue on. Of course, we were listening into that press conference earlier on today as over 100 people coming forward with this lawsuit. The Texas-based attorney making this announcement earlier on today. Let's take you out to these remarks a little bit in full and listen into what transpired earlier today. And of course, we want to reiterate that viewer discretion is advised, as some of these details are very difficult to hear. Let's listen in.
My name is Tony Busby. I'm a lawyer here in Houston. I'm licensed in Texas and in New York, and I'll introduce other members of our team as they speak. As many of you know, our law firm has been at the forefront of some of the most important litigation in the United States. We like the tough cases. We thrive in the complicated cases. We've handled over the last 25 years some very big and very important cases. I believe that this one may surpass them all. There are many facets to this. The conduct we will describe today occurred over more than 20 years. There are many people and many entities involved. And we're going to follow this evidence wherever it takes us. We will find the silent accomplices. We will expose the enablers who enabled this conduct behind closed doors. We will pursue this matter no matter who the evidence implicates. These brave victims who have stepped forward deserve nothing less. The biggest secret in the entertainment industry that really wasn't a secret at all has finally been revealed to the world. The wall of silence has now been broken, and victims are coming forward. Our team has had at this point more than 3,285 individuals contact us with people claiming to have been victimized by Sean Combs. After vetting, we now represent 120 individuals who intend to bring civil claims in civil court against Sean Diddy Combs, as well as claims against many other individuals and entities that we will name as defendants as we file these individual cases. And you should know, to the extent the clients feel comfortable, we also intend to make these individuals available to the authorities, specifically to the FBI. And you should also know a few of them have already been spoken to by the FBI. Now, before we discuss the nature of the claims and claimants themselves, let me comment on the large volume of calls we have received since our first announcement. Even before the indictment of Sean Combs, we had received a small volume of calls and had screened a handful of cases. After the indictment of Sean Combs and the announcement that we were pursuing these claims, the floodgates opened. People who wouldn't otherwise, for a variety of reasons, are now stepping forward to make their voices heard and to pursue justice. But no, most of these people are scared. They fear backlash in their communities. They fear backlash in their own families. They are afraid of retaliation from the perpetrators and their associates. They are rightly afraid for their own personal safety. I expect that through this process, many powerful people will be exposed. Many dirty secrets will be revealed.
You thought that secret compartment was wild. Wait till you hear what the FBI pulled up first. It's like they opened Pandora's box, but instead of chaos, it was filled with something that's got the whole industry shook. Picture this. The feds are digging through that hidden spot, all focused when bam, they start pulling out phones. Not just one or two, but a whole collection. Diddy had enough burners to open his own store. We're talking old school burner phones, the kind you see in crime shows. The streets are buzzing, wondering who Diddy's been calling and what he's been planning. You don't need that many secret phones unless you're up to something huge. Now, the whole music industry is on edge, wondering what deals and secrets might have gone down on those phones.
It wasn't the police, it was the feds, one of the persons who was with them. So you got to understand this, right?
Okay.
Suge Knight was bringing terror onto Uptown Records, had them scared. You understand? Had them scared. That's why Andre Harrell would hire a person like Bill Whitfield that was a strong dude.
I sneezed terribly. Let me run it back.
A person like Bill Whitfield that was a strong dude that didn't care about nothing and that would do his thing against somebody or anybody. Okay. He did everything to protect Andre Harrell. But and this is the situation, Suge was extorting them, and they thought he was using extortion tactics. You understand? Right. To get Mary J. Blige's contract right, to get Jodeci contract right. And it was this other person, I don't know, it was Jeff Red, I don't know who it was, but it was somebody else in Uptown Records that he was helping to try to get their contracts right. Because they wasn't getting no points, no publishing, they wasn't getting nothing but show money. You understand what I'm saying? So now, when Puff, Kirk Burroughs, that's the other person that was with them, they go up to the feds with all this paperwork, you understand? And I mentioned this before, you understand? They not only talking about the extortion stuff, they talking about how they trying to be made to have this what you call this promotion, this distribution thing.
Okay.
And get this. Word on the street is that some of those phones have numbers belonging to big names. A-list music execs, maybe even people you wouldn't expect. Now everyone's on edge, wondering if their number's going to pop up in Diddy's secret phone book. The FBI's all over it, with their top tech team working overtime to crack those phones. It's like a digital treasure hunt, but these phones are locked up tighter than Fort Knox. Some are even whispering that this might go beyond the music business. Talk of hush money, secret meetings, maybe even some shady dealings. The feds aren't saying much, but you can bet they're on it. And here's the kicker, the phone situation is just the appetizer. The FBI found something even bigger in that hidden compartment, and it's got everyone from the streets to the suits shaking in their boots. So stay tuned, because this story is far from over. The burner phone bonanza, just the start. The music industry is about to be flipped upside down, and no one knows who'll be left standing when the dust settles.
They wasn't even going to be a part of it until later. But they was in fear, like they was trying to be made to be a part of this whole distribution thing that Suge Knight was trying to build up with Rockefeller, because it was Dame Dash, it was Irv Gotti, it was Jay Prince.
Jay Prince. It's the boogeyman, bro.
And
you be careful, nothing to that man.
Jay Prince.
And Junior.
And Death Row. You understand what I'm saying? So now everybody wanna know who's this and who's that, and want to go back and say, yo, how do you know? It came from the horse's mouth. He said he got all the paperwork to prove it. Kirk Burrows said it plenty of times, but nobody won't sit down with him. I mean, like, you won't get none of these, these radio stations and all this stuff like that to sit down with him. He said, I got the paperwork. He got files from the from the DEA and the FBI, all that stuff like that. He got plenty of paperwork behind this whole stuff. But people want to get on here and say, yo, because they not privy to the information, you understand?
What?
Directly from the people who was involved. And you get a person like me that don't give a damn, and I repeat it and tell it. Oh, dude capping, dude looking for attention. No, it happened.
I mean, that's my opinion, right? I mean, I understand why you're doing this. You're having this long, lengthy conversation about, the ongoings behind the scenes with you've encountered, let's say, with Diddy, right? But here's the thing, bro. There is a motive of clout, though. There is, all right? And that aspect, in fact, cannot be ignored. Like, if Diddy is saying anything to kind of like give a rebuttal to any of what he is saying, then I'd add some type of validity, like some hardcore validity, right? But the dilemma is I haven't heard anything, right? But that also can be really smart coming from like a PR department by just ignoring it, because once you actually acknowledge it, like what Drake did in, Kendrick Lamar's The Battle, right? He acknowledged some bits and pieces of things, and now everyone believes every single aspect of what he acknowledged. So that could also be a thing here, right? So that's kind of where I'm at, right? Mentally, I'm just like, I don't know, bro. We can pretty much guarantee that there was something government-oriented with Diddy, based off the fact that HSI had no interest in kind of divulging the information on whose house they were actually raiding. All right, that's important here, okay? So we can kind of put that together. But the other parts of it, bro, if it's true, it's crazy, okay? Like, man was a menace, if it's true.
Now, other people coming out talking about it, they putting Jay-Z was a part of it.
Okay.
They telling their story, and it all is coincide what we said years ago, when we said on platforms before, when we said on your show before. So I can't worry about what these cats are saying. They doing it for the views, bruh. They doing it because they don't have nothing else to talk about.
All right.
Like I said before, they're going to look at this and make a show about it.
All right.
Keep helping that platform, Art.
You thought the burner phones were wild. Wait till you hear about the paperwork the FBI found. We're talking encrypted files that look like they came straight out of a spy movie. The FBI's top code breakers are working nonstop to crack them open. Rumor has it, these papers could expose career-ending dirt on major celebrities, hush money, secret deals, and even illegal activities. The whole industry's on edge, wondering whose secrets are about to come to light. This is just the beginning, and no one knows when the bomb is going to drop.
Said that years ago. What are you going to do? They're going to do whatever. Yo, listen to me. They're the reason why rap in New York went down the drain. They made sure that these young cats didn't come up with platforms and didn't come up with situations. Like Jay-Z, let me tell you something. Jay-Z and
Jay-Z?
And it's funny. It's funny. We were talking about how Puff and Ja Rule was cool.
Okay.
But at one time, Puff was trying to trick Ja Rule into going at Jay-Z. That whole weekend that he was with Sarah. The whole weekend they was in that hotel room. That day they was in that hotel room. All the way coming back on that G5 jet. He was trying to talk Ja Rule into going at Jay-Z. But now him and Jay-Z is like freaking frat.
Freaking
crazy
frack.
how things work out, huh?
This isn't just about Diddy anymore. The paper trail is leading the FBI deep into the music industry, connecting dots no one knew existed. It's like Diddy was holding Hollywood's dirtiest secrets, and now they're about to spill. Some say these documents could even implicate politicians and business tycoons. The whole industry's on edge, PR teams working overtime, waiting for the next bombshell. This discovery is making waves from Compton to New York, and the music business might never be the same. The FBI is just getting started, and when it's over, many big names might wish they'd never crossed paths with Diddy.
All right, so guys, hold on. All right, my only thing here is there could be validity, but again, will we ever really know? Not really, unless it just comes out publicly and the evidence is just so damning that we all kind of come to the the state of acknowledgement to be like, listen, yeah, things are crazy. Right? He did all the things that are being speculated. But until then, I mean, how can we really, honestly, truthfully, kind of back any of this? I mean, it sounds super interesting to encounter, right? Again, do I personally think that he was kind of working with the government? Yeah, right, absolutely. And I think right now officially solidified it. That moment of them talking about how even the people that basically worked in the raid didn't know the house they were raiding. That little bit of information just kind of made my wheels turn a little bit and kind of realized that most likely, he was working with the government. But okay. Now, when it comes to Jay-Z, though, guys, there's a couple of documentaries that spoke about Jay-Z's absolute ruthlessness in the music industry, right? So it doesn't surprise me anything music industry related, right? Oh, people were being forced to sign bad contracts. I don't think they were being forced. I'll tell you this right here. They saw money, they signed and took it, and they got put into some ridiculous 360 contract, right? That's what happened, 100%. I'm going to give you $100,000 right now. Hear me out. I'm going to give you $100,000 right now, but keep this in mind. Until your record sells $100,000, you don't make any money off of you. And a matter of fact, I'm not even going to give you $100,000. I'm going to give you $1 million. And I'm going to own you until you can pay back that $1 million. All the music you make, right? Everything. Let me recoup my $1 million, and then you can start making some money. So you better hope you make money fast. And and if you want me to reinvest in your next album, don't worry, I got you. I'm gonna pay for all that studio time, pay all the airfare. I'm gonna do all that, right? That bill's gonna come up to like maybe $300,000. So I'm gonna go ahead and add that to that 1.3 million. So I'm gonna own you for even longer, right? That's the record industry. Okay, you want to run absolutely from signing contracts. Like the longer you can stay independent as an artist, that's what you need, right? And luckily, we're in a time where it's actually a plausible thing to remain independent for a really long time. So please do that, right? Build your social media and just grind.
Locked up doesn't mean locked out for Diddy. Word is, he's still making moves from behind bars, running things like a CEO with burner phones and secret papers. The streets are buzzing about music deals, business moves, and even some shady activities. Everyone's wondering, who's helping him pull this off? The FBI's digging deep, tracking phone records and money trails, and every time they think they got it, another piece of the puzzle pops up. The industry's on edge, wondering who's in Diddy's corner and just how big his empire really is. Next voice. This Diddy drama is blowing up bigger than a summer blockbuster. What started as a small jail discovery is now shaking Hollywood. The FBI's uncovered a treasure trove of secrets, and this is just the beginning. Everyone's wondering who's next, what deals will be exposed, and whose career might crumble. The FBI is about to blow the lid off Hollywood's biggest secrets, and no one knows who'll be left standing. Stay tuned, this tea is far from done.
Obviously, Diddy was living the high life before, but in 4 North, it's a lot less privacy. It could be super boring. The dorm is reserved for high-profile criminals such as Sam Bankman-Fried, who is currently serving alongside Diddy for a cryptocurrency scam. R. Kelly was also there. However, sometimes boring is good. If you go into the regular units, it's nonstop cutting and stabbing and fighting, so it's kind of better to avoid all that. Positive bit for Diddy is that he has more freedom than inmates in other parts of the jail. They are not in cells. friend, frequent correspondent, told, you envision them in small cells, but they are actually in a unit that is set up like a dorm and designed for high-profile individuals. Royal treatment at the MC is very small beds, even smaller than twins, and no more than a foot apart from one another. The beds are made of steel. Mattresses are 1.5 inches thick, and there are no pillows. The lack of privacy does not end there. The showers and bathrooms only have thin curtain for privacy. A lot can be heard by the other inmates. So look, he's got it tough, but it could be worse. It will be worse if he's actually sent away. There is no set schedule. You can't linger in bed and stay up all night, but you gotta, go to your head counts, wake up early, typically 6 or 7. With the right cop, you can spend all night watching television. So also a lot of time killers. There's a gym, board games, card games, ping pong. They have access to tablets where they're not connected to the internet though, but they can watch movies, play games, listen to music. There aren't a lot of books apparently. Going Infinite was not there. Going Infinite about Bankman-Fried was not there when Sam first arrived, but there is now. Maybe someone smuggled it in. Interesting. Diddy's not eating his favorite delicious delicacies. We've talked about that, but overall, I'm more disturbed by this weird. Why can we spy on the females there? They haven't hold up the greats. Let's fix that. Let's not give them that win. Meanwhile, Sting, Diddy, they had a huge hit. The tribute to Biggie, "I'll Be Missing You," where it sampled "Every Breath You Take." Well, Sting has now responded. Here's the quote, came in from LA Times. Sean Diddy Combs famously sampled "Every Breath You Take" from his "I'll Be Missing You." Do the recent allegations against him taint the way you think about every breath you take? Sting replied, no. I mean, I don't know what went on with Diddy, but it doesn't taint the song at all for me. It's still my song. Well said. People still love it? Absolutely. So look, he's being careful. He's not chiming in on this. He's been friends with Diddy. That's what's also interesting about this. When you go back and how this whole thing happened, how did Diddy sample "Every Breath You Take"? He said, this is back in the day, these guys just take your stuff, put it on a record, and deal with the legality later. Elton John told me, you got to hear "I'll Be Missing You." You're going to be a millionaire. Sting said, I am a millionaire. He said, you're going to be a millionaire twice over. I put a couple of my kids through college with the proceeds, and me and Diddy are good pals still. Sounds like they weren't in the beginning, as more and more is coming out. Diddy was recently, not more recently, this was in 2023, talking about how much money Sting made at the time. I was joking. This was like on a Breakfast Club appearance about 2000. I want y'all to understand I was joking. It's called being facetious. Me and official Sting have been friends for a long time. He never charged me $3,000 or $5,000 a day for Missing You. Probably makes more than $5,000 a day from one of the biggest songs in history. So he was out there trying to say Sting was charging him his residuals, and the question as to how much he actually made has always been up to date. But I wanted to play this clip since we're talking about Sting and the song, because I don't know about you guys. I want you to watch this. I get the sense they're friends, but they're friends probably because he made a lot of money. Diddy ended up making Sting a lot of dough for that song. And he's very careful about speaking out about Diddy or the relationship or even talking about the truth about it.
Is it true that Diddy has to pay you $2,000 a day because he didn't ask permission to sample "Every Breath You Take"?
Yeah.
Wow.
For the rest of his life.
Wow.
No, that's a
fact. No, I read that before.
That's not true, is it?
Yes.
No, why would he lie?
It's on the radio.
Yeah, it has to be
It's on the radio.
He's there with Shaggy. He was like, come on, this is stupid. And he's just not letting it down. He doesn't really want to fess up.
It's true.
It ain't fake news.
That's why Diddy slipped down from number 1 to number 2 on the Forbes list.
Oh my God.
No, I'm serious.
Yeah,
But did he ask you for permission?
Yes, he did.
After the fact.
Yes, he did.
Did he ask you permission? Yes, he did. After the fact. Yes, he did. So he's just not having it. He's not getting involved in the drama.
It was after.
We're very good friends now.
Oh, okay.
We're very good friends now. Notice that? Because he got rich from it.
Were you upset?
No, not at all.
He was happy.
Yeah. No, I'm very happy.
How much you said it was again? I think it's $2,000 a day.
It was
for the rest of his life.
Beautiful version of that song, and
Yeah.
So how do you guys go?
That's it. Then they go on to talk about how Shaggy and Sting have made a lot of songs and even the whole album together, and that's what it is. But look, this song was a massive hit. Look at that. What is this? Platinum, 3 times standard, 3 times platinum, gold. This song was mega hit. Now look, it even got Grammy nominations. This whole thing was bonkers because of it. So it's encouraging to see, look, Sting's not getting involved. Sting made a lot of money. Sting's a careful guy. He doesn't go out there and cause any drama. But it's interesting to see that, yeah, he's making it clear, yo, that's my song, not Diddy's. And let's be clear, chat, it is his song. Every Breath You Take is absolutely a Sting Police song and not a Diddy song. Diddy sampled it for that song. It was popular because of Biggie, because it was a tribute to Biggie, and also because that riff is catchy. Everyone knew it. It was a good producing of the riff. But no, the song is Sting's, and there's no reason why Every Breath You Take should be sung. If there's any reason Every Breath You Take is tainted, it's just because it's a creepy stalker song. It is, if you listen to the lyrics, but it's a beautiful, amazing song. I got to see Sting live with Billy Joel here in Tampa. They played like a one-night-only event, and they're starting to do it at a couple other random cities, one night only in each city. Definitely catch it out. He's still got it. Sting is amazing. Good dude. Seems like a good dude. Look, I don't think they're friends. I don't believe he was at these freak-offs. Judging by what I've watched, sounds like he kept his distance. He was frustrated. He got paid. He was grateful he got paid, realized, okay, you know what? This is good business. I don't believe that they were